bigger. What happened? You wanna play? No, 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 no. No, stop it. No, stop it. No, stop it. No. Oh my God. She destroyed my furniture. See, she destroyed my furniture. Guys, I don't know. I don't know. Because people used to be like, okay, you need to get her a scratching board. We have multiple scratching boards all over the place in the apartment here. But she keeps scratching my furnitures. Literally. And when I say no, it's even like she understand what I'm saying. Like, hi, King. I have multiple scratch board in the house, but she always want to scratch my furnitures, and I kind of feel a certain way about it. Like, I love my cat, I love her to death, but I don't like the fact that she scratched my furnitures. I invest in scratching boards, and I even have the other one, the standing one, but she uses them, but she's still scratching my furnitures. Oh my God, Willow, what happened? Jeez, where you at? How comes you got stabbed? What's happening? Stop it. Where you at? Yeah, so that's what that is. I'm like, yeah, I love you, but I don't know. I don't everything, like, everything is literally like the thing is out because she's scratching everything. She's scratching everything. And I don't know if some cats are like, if some cats different. Like, I mean, I know a lot of each cat, it's not the same, but I kind of feel like Sesame paws always like on my body. Like, as you can see, I have a bunch of, like, she's literally like anytime, even like she trying to cuddle me, we trying to cuddle. I know she doesn't mean it, but her paws literally inside my like skin. Like, she literally, I don't know how to get to her, like, to be a little bit gentle, like when we, oh my God, you scare me, like, literally. Please be safe. Oh, Willow, it's not a joke. It's, stop it. Stop it. No, 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 I don't agree with that. Lord, come on. So you think that we don't care? Oh, and that's something that I literally like, stabbing, shooting. It's I would say shooting, even shooting. Like, it's, I don't know. Don't play with it. Don't play with it, please. Hi, Sean. Yeah, this morning I was live and I didn't stay longer, and I was like, I'm gonna come this afternoon after work and just spend some time with you, because some of you guys are new, just come, like, you guys stop by, but I know a lot of you, some of you also already see me before. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Patricia, and in this channel, if I can talk like that, I usually post about my cats, about like different subject, and like sometimes business, Behind me you can see is some of the stuff that I sell in one of my business. These are my Western blankets. We sell my Western blanket as the type of blanket when you're trying to track your baby growth from day 1 to 12 months. So we have them for boys, we have for girls, we have multiple design. But I don't know if you guys, I was actually, if you guys see the background, because I was actually live on TikTok. I don't know for those of you who have a TikTok account, because I know some of you don't go on TikTok. Because I was thinking about like how comes no one, some of you guys don't have TikTok account. Like literally, like some people, they like literally some people. Okay, I'm gonna show you. So this is how, when you're gonna receive it, this is how it's gonna look like. But I'm gonna show you how it looks like. Like some of you are like, because you like some of you are like only for YouTube. Some people, they literally just like Facebook. Other people just like only TikTok. I'm like, how can someone like be just like you, like focus on one thing? Like when I think of myself, I'm all over the place. I'm literally all over the place. I'm like, you're gonna see me on TikTok, you're gonna see me on YouTube. But like I said this morning, yeah, so this is how it looks like. This is the blanket. This design right here, it's bare. And I wish it can be I wish it can be like on TikTok. Like I would be able to push like put a photo of the blanket the way it looks like in full, because it's really large. The blanket is really big, and you cannot actually see the full size, how it actually looks like. Thank you for sending the like. So basically, you put the baby, this is the area where you put the baby, and then you have those numbers. And at the bottom of the blanket, you do have like a month, days, and years. So basically what you do is that, you use these accessories. You put one, number, like let's say your baby's 6 months, like 11 or 11 days. You see, 11 days, 12 months. So you just keep playing around with it. And so you lay this is the area where you lay the baby, and it has the numbers. You have words at the bottom. You have these words, like if the baby is 1 day or 1 month or 1 day. So we do have a multiple design. And then this is bear. We also have unicorn. This design is unicorn. This one is this is a unicorn. It has the same setup at the end. The same setup at the end, days, months, and years. And one of our design, let me show you. There is a one that has the empty space. This one has the empty space because you can actually put your baby name here. That's where you're gonna put the baby name. And we have actually the machine that can help you put the baby name. um, on the blanket. Or we also have a second option. The second option is to use the alphabet letters. And yeah, like I said, we have multiple like YouTube is not actually like TikTok, where you can actually I can actually have the photo on the screen, and then show you actually how it looks like. But if you go ahead and tap like Patucia, you tap Patucia on TikTok, Facebook, Amazon, you're gonna see how it looks like. Thank you, thank you. So you're gonna see how it looks like. Yeah. Thank you. Who actually asked me to show? That was it was actually Willow. Or Charles. Yeah, Charles. So that's how it's that's how actually how the blanket work. And that's why you see what you see behind me, because I was actually showing it on TikTok. I was live on TikTok. And this morning I came live, and I was rushing, and I cut the live fast. I cut the live fast, and I was like, I promise you guys that I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back this afternoon. And here I am. So that's what I was telling on with my community on TikTok, that this year I set a goal. Hi, Charles. Oh. Yeah, it's really too bad. Like, it's really she it's a boy or girl. Too bad. Yvonne. But I can literally, no, they cannot fit in here. But you can still have another one. Listen, you can still have another one. Get a new one. Yeah. So that's what I heard this morning on TikTok. I mean, before I come back here, I was live talking about the discouragement that we always face as an entrepreneur. Not only as an entrepreneur, like each one of us, we kind of have those type of moments when we go through crisis. Like we kind of push, we kind of trying to make things work, and then we decide to stop. Yeah, maybe yeah, you can. I mean, if she's 17, you're not ready for grandbaby right now. So yeah, when you're gonna have a grandbaby, or you can give it to someone as a gift. Like in life, sometimes we all have those type of moments when we go through life, and we kind of put some effort in doing something. I'm home. Yeah, so like we're going through some stuff in life, and you put some work in something. You put some work in doing something, and then when you stop, you're trying to assess what you've done, and you be like, oh my god, I improve, or oh my god, I feel like I'm going nowhere. And when you stop and you look, you kind of see like nothing has changed. I'm in Philadelphia right now. Where you write me from? So when you stop and you kind of set where you stand in life, you be like, oh my God, I kind of feel like I'm still on the same spot for years. Nothing has changed. Nothing has improved. And I can see other people like evolving. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What's going on with me? And I was in that mindset. I kind of felt it yesterday. Like I kind of, oh, Wyoming. Oh my God, I heard about Wyoming. I heard a lot of good things about Wyoming. Yeah, so we kind of feel like sometimes we kind of feel like no matter what we do, nothing is nothing's moving, nothing is improving. And thinking about that yesterday, um well, yes, I heard about Wyoming, about like taxes, like um um when I was trying to when I was trying to do my LLC, like it's like easier, stuff like that with taxes, stuff like that, like you can create um I mean, it was a lot of things they were talking about Wyoming as a uh, I, I I don't actually remember exactly what was that, but it was a type of thing like it's easier to actually create an entity when you record like your business in Wyoming or stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, that's what agent. So that's why I was like, all right. So in life, it's we kind of feel like things don't actually work the way we want. We kind of feel like we're still on the same spot. And what I realized with my experience is that sometimes it can take one person to learn one thing. It can take them like 1 week. Oh yeah. So what do you do? Sesame, stop it, please. Stop it. She's scratching my furnitures. Yeah, so it can take one person to learn one thing for 1 week. In 1 week, it's gonna take another person to learn the same thing for a month. It's gonna take another person to learn the same thing for years. So each one of us is different. And then no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're doing, uh, so while it's taking you 1 week to learn something and it's taking someone else 2 months or 1 year, while you in the process of learning whatever you want to you decide to learn, it's not actually a waste of time. And if you quit, it's actually you going back to step one. And going back to step one, I mean, you're gonna do the same thing over and over again, while another person is probably already like or already probably at the end of the process, and you're gonna go back and learn the same thing over and over and so that's why I was because yesterday I was really beating myself up like, God, um this year I set a goal that I need to reach a certain milestone in my business, in my personal life, and I haven't seen any one of the milestones that I've set that I will do being in the stage that I want it to be. Oh, government employee, okay. And I haven't seen it the way I want it to be. I, and I was like, I kind of felt like I'm I felt like I'm a big failure. That's how I saw it. I was like, okay, this is a waste of my time. Then I went back on time. I went back on time because I remember in 2018, I started my first business, and it was a soap business. Then I started a second one, it was a candle business. And every time when I reach or go or rock, like I reach a hole, I decide to give up, I go ahead and start something new. Every time when I meet like with an obstacles, I decide to give up and I go start something new. And you know, when you start something and you go ahead and start something new, it's literally like you literally starting everything again. Like that's the example I was taking earlier. Like something might take you to learn, it might take you a month. For someone else, it might take them a week. Another person, it might take them a year. But let's say when you do something new, it takes you a year, and you keep going back and forth from the beginning to when you reach the rock, from the beginning to the place where you reach the rock. So instead of when you reach the rock, like you reach an obstacle, instead of trying to see how you can get through, trying to see how you can go through, trying to see what is the lesson that you need to learn in order for you to move past the rock, like the obstacle. It could be in business, it could be in your personal life. Trying to see how you can make it work. You just decide just to go back. And when you go back, you give up, like you go back. When you're going to try to come back, it's probably going to take you another year, because for you to learn something, it's taking you a year. Luckily, if it takes you just a day, a minute, a second. But if you have the bad luck, like it takes you a year, that means you're just gonna keep going back and forth, keep going back and forth. And that's what I think it was happening to me, because my first business was a candle business, a soap business. And after I start, like I wasn't seeing a lot of sale, I decided to give up. I start a new business, which was like candle. I still even have a lot of my candle and stuff equipment here. I started a candle business, and then after a while I didn't see anything. I closed the doors. Well, I was like, okay, no, it's fine. And then and so on, and until I decide to start with baby brain. So to tell you that, that's what I was like when yesterday I was discouraged. I was like, I cannot just keep going back and forth. Overall, no matter what business I've learned, I start, I stop, there is so many things that I've learned over the past years. I've learned a lot. Nothing is actually new for me. I know a lot. What I'm going through right now, it's not probably, it's actually a rock. And I just need to move myself past that rock. I need to make myself go through the rock and learn whatever I need to learn and move past it. Quitting each time and go back to start something new, it's not a solution. It's not the way to go. Because from the first time I started my soap business, after I quit my soap business, I started a candle. I quit the candle business. So how many, because I'm going to tell like, oh my, because when I gave up on my soap business, I was like, okay, I gave up on my soap business because soap business is not productive, is not working. But I know from the time 2018 to now, how many people have started soap business and they're making millions and millions? How many? A lot. a lot. It wasn't working for me. Probably, not probably, I know actually why it wasn't working for me. It was not working for me because I wasn't promoting it. I was not promoting it because you can have a business if you don't show people whatever you're selling. You don't tell people about what you're selling. No one will come and force you to open the door. Even Target, Walgreens, Amazon. If the door is closed, how you gonna be able to shop? If there's no the website is shut down, how you gonna shop for Amazon? In order for you to shop for Amazon, the door need to be open. The website need to be open for people to be able to go ahead and shop. And the only way to do that is through promotions, advertisement. Like, if you're not doing any of that, you don't do any business. You don't have actually a business. And when I start my soap business, it's something that I wasn't doing. I wasn't promoting anything at all. I purchased a bunch of equipment, and I purchased a bunch of raw material, and then I started making soap. And I had beautiful bar soap, but no one knew what my soap were about. I didn't even have any website, nothing. So no one knew about what I was selling. And then out of frustration, I decided just to stop making soap. Whatever bars that I had, I gave it to some of my friends, some of my coworkers, and some of them were like, we actually love your soap. You can can I purchase it? And then I make a batch only for them and so on. And then it didn't appear to me 1 second. It didn't appear to me 1 second that the way my coworker discovered me, like I gave them free soap. If I do it in a scale, like in a big scale, people will notice me, and my business probably would blow up like that. It could have blown up being like something big like that. But no, I was like, okay, if no one buys it, I'm shutting down the door. Okay, it's logical, like no one buys it because no one heard about it. No one heard about it. And after my soap business, I started candles. I bought a bunch of candle equipment, and I started making candle. Same thing. Only my friends and my families knew about it. And that's how I shut the door as well. And so from my blanket business, I have a sales, I have consistent sales, but my sales are low. And I was like, okay, I cannot keep going back and forth, shutting down doors. What is that I've learned from my previous business? What is that like I need to learn that I haven't learned? What is that? What is the denomination? What is the common denomination between the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the business that I ever get? Not only business, like in life. And what came was like, oh, Patricia, you don't, no one knows about you. Even like right now on TikTok, on YouTube, like now I'm start coming more often, doing live, coming from time to time to talk to you guys and so on and so forth. But it was inexistent. Even before today, I don't even know if any one of you who follows me here have ever learned that I do have a business where I sell, I do have a baby brand. So the conclusion that I came to was like, I do not promote myself or my business enough? And why I don't do it? Excuse me. And why I don't do it? That's also another question. So I kept asking, and to dig to dig to the actual problem, like what is this that prevent me to do whatever I need to do. And when at the beginning of 2025, one of my goals was to build my community on TikTok, on YouTube, on each platform. And in order for me to build a community, I need to show up on social media. And I've been doing my best since the beginning. I don't come every time because I actually have first to drag myself here to show my face, like to talk in front of the camera, because that also was another problem, because I was like, oh no, I'm not going to show my face on social media. First of all, English is not my first language. I'm not doing this. But thank Lord, I was able to do it. I can come live. You guys can see me. You guys can see me. I can show my face. I can talk. Thank God it's done. Now that I'm no longer scared to come live, to show my face, to talk about stuff. Now, what prevents me to come every day? The next point was like, okay, I'm not coming live every day. It's because I don't know what I'm going to talk about. All right. I was like, okay, if you don't know what to talk about, ask ChatGPT and sit down with yourself before you go live. Take even 10 minutes, 30 minutes, even an hour. Trying to brainstorm into a thing that you feel like you want to talk about. If your main fear to come live, to come on social media, like to talk, you can talk, like for sure. I can talk, you guys can hear me, I can talk. But if one of the fear, like I'm telling you, one of the fear that I had was like, okay, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Then when I was thinking about talking about myself, like, okay, so if you say you don't know what you're going to talk about, then sit down with yourself and try to figure out what you can talk about. What is that you can talk about for hours and hours? What is that you feel passionate about that you can talk to people about it? And then I started having ideas coming to me. And then I thought, and then I sit down with myself. I was like, how is that like, it took me almost like, I'm almost at the end of the year. The numbers of the followers that I said that I'm gonna get by when I reach this time, I haven't reached this type of that amount of followers, just because of all these fears. Just because of all these fears, and because I was afraid, I wasn't coming every day, I wasn't showing up every single days. And I know I'm not the only one who has this problem. A lot of us, like, we have such big goals, we have such big dreams, but because of fears, a little fears, like that can take us like even 5 minutes, 10 minutes to sit down with it and to try to see what is this, what is that actually that I'm scared about. Because it just took me yesterday to just sit down with myself, like, okay, Patricia, you want your business to have a different reality, that the reality that you have right now. And you said, like, part of the reason why you are where you are right now, because you do not do enough promotion. And in order for you to do enough promotion, you need to show more of your product online. You need to be more proactive online on social media. You need to do more of your marketing. You need to have a better marketing strategy. And what is that prevent you to do that? And by asking all these questions and going deep and deep and deep and deep, I discovered like it's just that I was afraid. I didn't know what to talk about on social media. And to know what to talk about is just a matter of preparation. Just to sit down and brainstorm about what we can talk about, what I can actually talk about in a daily basis, what to talk about. I was afraid that after a while I can just be sitting there, standing there like I don't know what to say. And if that also happened, so what? If I'm just sitting here and I have nothing to say, so what? Like in a comment section, I had someone like talking, insulting me. So what? After they've been telling like crazy stuff on comment section, they're gone by now. So they say whatever they have to say, calling me B word or whatever. After they say it, I'm still here. So what? So what? So after having that conversation with me, with myself, like sometimes we're not always gonna have a friend. Sometimes we're not always gonna have a parent. Sometimes we need to take time to nurture ourselves, like to spend time with ourselves and to talk to ourselves, like to keep ourselves, take ourselves hand and walk with ourselves. I had to take time and to comfort myself, like it's okay, you haven't reached your goal, you haven't done this or that, this is where you stand for, this is what you need to work on, this is what you're afraid of. Okay, now that I understand what I was afraid of, and it's probably not the only thing that was preventing me to come live, to go live every day, to do whatever I need to do. I know that for sure that it's a lot of other things that will pop up as I keep going. But as I said, it's a journey. I have myself, and I will always take time to sit down with myself and see what I'm actually afraid of. Like whatever I'm afraid of, work with it, put it clear, crystal clear in front of me. As I was telling, like, okay, I'm afraid to go live because after I put the camera on, I'm sitting in front of the camera, I don't know what to talk about. So when it's the case, what I do is that before I come live, I can think about it. Okay, my today live, what is that I want to talk about? What is that I want to talk about on my today live? And before I start, I brainstorm about it. And it's always something that we can think about. It's always going to be something that we can improve, we can learn. But the fear, working with your fear, always gonna bring you joy and strength. Because mind you, I haven't reached my goal just because of that little incomprehension, that I was afraid because I didn't know what to talk about. And there are so many tools out there that could have helped me pick a subject. something to talk about, like even to ask ChatGPT, can you find me 10 subject to talk about on a live video, and then among the 100 that ChatGPT pick, you can decide like from my first live, I'm gonna talk about this. And you're not gonna say like, oh, I cannot talk about this because I don't know about it. It's always something that we know, like for sure, like we can talk about for years and years and years, hours and hours. Like we there is we always have something. We always have something like we can talk about, because I used to be like that. Like, oh no, what I'm gonna talk about? What is that I'm gonna talk about? There's always something that um you can spend hours debating with your friends or whatever. I get that, like to talk in front of the camera, to talk in front of an audience, to it's something that over time it comes, but even for 10 minutes, even for 5 minutes, you know, you can come here and say something. You can come here and talk about it. And I was so glad that I was able to hold myself, accompany myself, be myself best friend, be myself mentor, and walk myself through it. Um, because I'm a type of people, like I'm a type of person, like when for something to to reach me, he has to be like, he has to have a certain type of like logical, like I need to feel like, yeah, I believe what you're saying, like I trust you, blah blah blah. So the fact that I was so touched and upset to the fact that I don't reach my goal, I don't do whatever I said that I would do, I disrespect myself, I sabotage myself, I say so many things. And the fact that my anger was so intense, like I need to do these things. I need us. I want my business to blow up. I want my business. I want people to know about what I'm selling. Even though I don't create content every day, but I do it from time to time. But and it should be enough, because sometimes when you go to people profile, they barely post 5 photos, 5 videos, and they already went viral. Why is that? Like I have more than 600, sometimes 700 in some channels. None of my videos, none of my stuff is being interest, it doesn't interest anyone. So you start asking questions like, why is that I'm doing wrong? Like I must do something wrong, because you don't want to think that it can be someone else's fault. Like you want to take accountability. You want to. That's how I was like, no, I'm not probably doing enough. I'm not probably doing whatever it takes in order for me to blow up. In order for me to make things work, I'm not probably doing enough. So I was blaming myself. So to come out of that anger to the gentle that I'm right now, to talk to myself like, yes, you haven't done enough, but you're still doing and you're learning. Some people, they might do it, it take them 1 year, 1 day, 1 month, and overall you still haven't give up. You still coming, you still showing up, you still doing whatever you think that will help in order to get to the direction you want to go. You still here, you still fighting, you haven't give up. And you understand from the first business you start that you quit, to the second, to the third, to the fourth, that quitting is not an option. you understand that like you have to keep working. If it has to be hard, so be it, but you're not quitting, and you actually doing at this very moment whatever it takes that you need to do, and you need to be proud of that. And if it's happened that you didn't publish every day, you didn't come live every day, or you didn't do this or that every day, uh, I'm not gonna say that it's fine, but whatever you do, just keep improving and keep showing up. Just don't quit. Don't quit. And talking to myself, saying those, I won't say kind word, because the way that I was talking to myself is the way I will talk to a friend that actually going through what I'm going through. Because sometimes we kind of see when actually when a friend is going hardship and we want to give advice, we know what to say to them. We honest. But when it comes to ourselves, we don't even see where the beginning or where the end is. Like, we don't even know what to advise. There's no advice. Everything is just like a block. Like, we blind. But in that particular crisis that I had, I was able to see myself as a friend. I was able to see my own pain and be able to overcome it, and to tell myself like, okay, you might be on the ground right now, things are not going the way you want them. It doesn't mean that you're not doing whatever it takes, even though whatever you're doing seem like it's nothing, seem like it's not enough, but you still doing whatever, you still working, you still doing, and you need to be proud of it. Because those are also the thing, like I work a lot like in retails, I work a lot like in a retail pharmacy, in a retail store, stuff like that. I work a lot on those type of places. And when you work on these type of places, you're gonna meet a lot of different people. Some people, they're really great when it comes to like manual jobs. Someone can at the same time clean over there, help a customer over here, answer the phone, um, lift boxes, open this department. Someone else will only be able to focus on one thing, and one thing at a time. And what I understood by that is like we all build different way. Not that I give some excuses to those people who cannot handle multiple things, like, you know, no, like we all build different ways, and we don't have the same capability. Like, even though they say like women, like, we can actually even see it like from men and women's strength. Like, we can, it's not like we're gonna say okay, women and men have the same right in this, in our society right now. But when you look at about like the strength, the men's strength and women, we don't have the same strength. That's why actually men and women don't perform in on the same sport. Like, men have to do their own thing on their side, and women have to do their own thing on also their side. And working in retail, working in places, I notice it like we all build differently. Some people, they have such a big capacity to do certain tasks, and others don't. And gave myself those examples, like if you're struggling in this aspect of your life, it might be because it's not something that appeal to you easily. And since it doesn't appeal to you easily, it's because it's not something that you easily you have like access. Like it's something that you need to work a little bit harder in order for you to reach to that level. And if it takes time, if it takes years, like give it that time. So let's say you work in a retail with one or two people, with with one person being able to multitask and the other person not being able to multitask, because they probably have different form of, they have different shape, their bodies shaped differently or whatever. It doesn't mean that the person that don't do the work the way the other is doing it, it's cannot actually learn how to do it. They can actually learn how to do it, even though it doesn't appeal to them easily at first sight. But if they get trained, they certainly can do what someone else is doing. And that's why I was talking to myself, like, and I witness a lot of some of my coworker, like at first sight, when like I used to work like in a retailer, when they see me like doing this, that, they'll be like, how come you do this? But after working with me like a month or 2, 3, 4 months, they start doing the same thing as I'm doing, because they got trained and then they catch up on things. That's why I was like, it might be that because those things don't appeal to you easily. Give yourself some grace, give yourself some time, and you're gonna get there. You haven't done the same way as you did with soap. You didn't quit soap business, you didn't quit as you did for the candle business. You still here. So keep pushing, keep pushing. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm doing. And I was able to convince myself to talk to myself some words that were comforting, that were encouraging, that were like respectful, and bring myself to life. And that I felt so proud of myself to be able to be my own friend. Sometimes you're not gonna have your friends close to you, and sometimes your friend might be there, but whatever advice they give you, it's not actually what you want to hear. Whatever they're saying is it doesn't even connect with you. Sometimes you might even have people around you, but whatever they say, whatever they give you as advice, is not actually what you want to hear. And that's something that I wish that you can have on your own. Like you can be not only your own first critic, and also your first own mentor. Like to be able to express whatever that you feel like it's going on, like from the first whatever you feel like it's going on, and then talk to yourself like, okay, this is what we have, so what do we do with whatever we got? And after talking to myself, I came to the realization, like, I was afraid that I didn't know what to talk about. I was afraid I didn't know what I'm not only what I'm gonna talk about, and sometimes I don't just have time to do it. And to tell myself like, it's okay if I don't have time to do it, I do it the next time I have time to do it. And if I feel like I'm afraid because of something or some reason, to mark it down and to brainstorm on the things that I feel like it's preventing me, and actually look at it in another, with a different eyes, and trying to see if my fear actually makes sense, and hold myself hands, and talk to myself, and make myself see exactly what is that I'm afraid about. So when I actually sat down with myself and realized that the reason I was afraid is because I didn't know what to talk about. Even myself right now, uh, I feel like it's funny, like me, like Patricia. I was afraid to come live because I didn't know what to talk about. There is so many things I can talk about, like from the big from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., like literally like all day. I can talk, I can sit and talk to you about. If it's the choice of a subject or whatever, like there is so many passionate things that I can talk to you guys about, and I just have to choose from, and I just have to take time to nurture it, to to think about it, and then I open my camera and I just do it. But what I was just seeing was just the fear, and I was just dragging my feet, and not doing what I was supposed to do because of that. So um, I learned my lesson, and like I said, it was one hole, one rock that stand in front of my way that I was able to walk through, to crash. And I'm not saying like that's already reached my goal suddenly. I keep improving, I keep moving, and I know I'm gonna meet a lot of more holes that I'm gonna have to actually um, um, work with, and penetrate and move forward. And that's actually life. That's what life is about. That's what life is about. That's what life is about. All right, guys, that's what I had uh, to say today. I see you tomorrow. I'll come back tomorrow, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye bye.